Hello and welcome to my lecture, which I title, Starting Your New Business, Some Guidance and Tips. There are certain concerns that stop many people from starting a new business. Some are valid concerns and must be weighed carefully, but others are actually a myth or learned intelligence that you've internalized and carried with you over a lifetime. Remember that you are raised and taught to think as an employee would think, not as an entrepreneur would think. Let's explore some of these concerns just a little bit. I want to give you my take on them. First off, people say that 90% of businesses fail within the first 3 years. Well, sadly, this is true. However, it's not the full story here. 90% of businesses fail in the first few years because of the mistakes that are made by the person starting the business. The more common mistakes they make that cause them to fail include the following. First off, they design their business model incorrectly. And a comment I want to make there is that they start their business by making a business model and going after it, but sometimes it actually makes more sense to take a little bit more time to see what's really happening out there. Just start to make a few moves with your business. And once you understand the landscape just a little bit better, then build your business model and target it and go for it. The second thing that people do that I feel is an error is that people over-leverage themselves financially to get a business started. You really don't need to go into a lot of debt with a business up front because that just basically sucks your working capital, which you should be nurturing very carefully to give you as long a run as possible with the money you have when you start your business. So basically, people go in with an attitude of investing in the business heavily at first to hopefully get a return on their investment in a year or two. And next, they have absolutely no idea how to attract people to purchase their products or services that they sell when they start. They have a good product, they think it's going to make them a lot of money, but they have to realize that they have to convince other people to buy the product itself as well. And that's something where many people just forget that part of the equation. People may be comfortable building some products and services, but they're absolutely terrified of marketing their creations to others. And I had to break through that wall myself. When I first started out working online and trying to sell my products and services to people, I got a very quick realization how difficult it was to actually motivate myself to put my products, my services, my reputation out there in front of others and ask somebody to buy from me. It's a very tough thing to learn how to do. Another thing that stops people is I can't think of a new idea for a product or service that will differentiate me in the marketplace. Well, here's the truth. You don't need one. There are tons of businesses out there doing just fine, copying successful business models of companies that went in before them. You don't need to build a better mousetrap. In fact, some of the most successful businesses out there came along years after the new mousetrap builders spent the money to build the new business designs and spent the money to create consumer awareness of them. If you jump on an existing bandwagon, the reality is that your costs will be much lower out of the gate. The companies before have broken the trail for you so that you can take it and have an easier journey. There are literally millions of people out there, plenty of room for all. And you can have more than one company with the same business model and both can be successful. I don't have enough money saved to start a new business. Well, this is a myth. You really don't need much money to start a new business and to start earning revenue from it. In fact, my recommendation is that you get started with a budget of somewhere between $200 and $2,000 depending on how flush you are. There are literally thousands of ways to start making money online, and physically also if you choose to go down that path, without having to spend money to get it going. You should be able to get up and running within 90 days and actually start earning revenue from your business as quickly as that as well. You don't have to spend money for 2 years building your products and online systems before you can actually start. Build as you go and use the revenues you are earning from your business to fund future efficiencies and growth instead of getting loans to do that. Grow it at your own pace and don't borrow money. Start your business in your spare time. Don't quit your day job just yet if you have one. And start doing the things you need to do to build awareness. Grow your subscriber and follower lists, etc. And start building or finding things out there that you can sell. You can start making money quickly in your spare time if that is your desire. And you can grow your business over time until it can become your full-time revenue source sometime in the future. Quit your day job then if you want to, but don't do it now. Do it when your current income is fully replaceable by your home business venture income. To summarize, here's a few recommendations that I'd like to offer you. First, start small. Start on a shoestring budget that is as low as $200 and less than $2,000. Figure out what you can easily afford to spend without borrowing and build your initial business model accordingly. To build for retirement, don't go after a business where you are always trading your time for money. Begin building a business that can generate passive income for you over the years. Have a business that lets you make money while you sleep. Nothing beats the feeling of waking up in the morning, turning on your computer, and seeing that you've earned some revenue since the last time you logged in. Relating to the above point, don't chase a physically demanding business unless it can make you a lot of money before you hit retirement. Remember that by the time you hit your retirement years, you don't know what your health will be like, whether or not you'll have to stay home to take care of a loved one, even though your health may be okay, etc. There are millions and millions of people online that you can now literally reach with just a few keystrokes if you know how. Learn how to reach them and offer online purchasable products that you don't have to work at to distribute yourself. Go after easy. Let your business over time work for you rather than you being forced to work for it. In future lectures, I will be showing you ways to begin business ventures with limited funding available. This is something you can do. You can succeed in making additional income in your life beyond your current employment income, but only if you start. That's all for this lecture. Bye for now.